Start with new information tonight after a triple shooting in Jeffersontown. Thanks for watching at 5. I'm Shay McAllister.
And I'm Connie Leonard. Police say one person was killed, 2 others injured, but investigators say that incident was not random. The call came in around 1 this morning after police say an argument started inside an apartment on Taylorsville Road near Linwood Way. When officers arrived, they found 22-year-old Al-J. Williams dead at that scene.
2 other people are currently being treated for injuries. Police are asking anyone with information to call Sergeant Richard Burns at the J-Town Police Department. You can reach him at 502-267-0503. So far this year, there have been 45 homicides in Louisville and 104 people shot and injured, according to the Metro Gun Violence Dashboard.
The numbers are down from previous years, but a renewed program from 2006 hopes to bring in tips that could solve cases, as our Ian Hardwood reports.
We've done this before. We can assure you that you will not be involved, but we need you to report what you know.
Donnie Morris Sr. assembled 20 churches for the CARE program, which stands for Criminal Activity Reporting Effort. Through the partnership, they've agreed to collect and share anonymous tips with LMPD in the hopes of stopping crime.
It's not snitching anymore. It's coming with the facts.
CARE originally started in 2006, announced side by side with the LMPD chief at the time, Robert White, as shown in this Louisville Defender photograph.
Morris had the idea after seeing an increase in crime back in 2006. That year, Louisville saw 53 homicides, while in 2024, less than halfway through the year, that number's up to 45. The mass shooting in Chickasaw Park in 2023 is the main reason Morris saw the need for this program to return.
Despite a crowd of hundreds in the park the night 2 people died after being shot, nobody's come forward with information solving the case. Morris says churches taking tips and forwarding them to police helped LMPD in the past.
Cold cases were solved. They told me they shut down 5 meth labs, and those crowds, the calls went up about 500 a month.
He has faith those numbers will go up again, hopefully driving crime down. In Louisville, Ian Hardwick, WHAS11, on your side.
Any churches interested in participating in that program can contact Donnie Morris Sr.
And we'll have his contact information for you on our website, WHAS11.com.
We have another warning tonight for the Hurstbourne Acres area of Jefferson County. Just last night, a violent carjacking right near the area where LMPD reported a home invasion and rape just 1 day earlier. Take a look at your screen so you know the area we're talking about. LMPD said around 9:15 last night, a couple was trying to sell a car on Facebook Marketplace. When the suspect came to pick up the car, they allegedly tried to drive off without paying, dragging one of the victims several feet. That is the same area police say an elderly woman was raped in her home. Right around 2:30 on Wednesday, police say a man knocked on the woman's door. She answered. He pushed her to the ground and raped her and then stole from her home. LMPD is asking neighbors of Hurstbourne Acres to be extra vigilant right now. If you see something or you know anything about these cases, call the anonymous tip line.
The Louisville Zoo received the all clear and is back open after a bomb threat closed the campus down for several hours today. It happened around 8:45 this morning. LMPD evacuated the zoo staff, members of a walking club, and anyone else who was there as a precaution. Unfortunately, that incident caused at least one Kentucky school district to cancel field trips scheduled for today. No students or buses were at the zoo at the time of the threat, and that's too bad because it was such a beautiful day after the rain cleared out. It would have been nice to be at the zoo.
Today would have been excellent field trip weather, that's for sure. Blue skies, you've been hearing the planes, Connie.
I know.
Kind of shaking the studio down here.
It's very cool being down here because you're feeling it, as you said. It's
you feel the air show practice. Yeah, 1 day early. Good day for it, Colleen.
Yeah, Shay, you walked by our office earlier. Me and Christina were just staring out of the window trying to get glimpses of it.
You're trying to get the best angle.
You know, we saw a few of them make a little turn over there. Very, very cool to see that here. Practicing today. I think the practice is over because it's quiet right now. And we have a beautiful forecast for thunder over Louisville. The kickoff to Derby just 2 weeks away. Temperature change over the past 24 hours. Pretty significant. I mean, we were in the mid 80s for a good stretch at the beginning of this week, and now we're about 20 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. Behind that front front. We are cooling down right now. We're clocking in 65 here in downtown, and you're only in the upper 50s over in Springfield, 58 farther south near Adair County. So we're seeing those clouds clear out, and the reason why we're in the 50s, areas far to the south, you're still dealing with some of those clouds. Looking at that satellite imagery here in Jefferson County, those clouds are clearing, going to be nice and sunny in Bardstown and E-Town, and just give it about 20 to 30 more minutes. Those clouds will clear up for everyone by 8 p.m. tonight. So beautiful blue skies right now. Really nice Friday evening. Sunset is not until 8:23 p.m. So we still got a few more hours to go outside, enjoy the cooler weather, and it's not too cold where it's uncomfortable. Maybe just a light jacket. Here's what your Friday evening looks like. Temperatures in the mid 60s, going to be getting into the 50s past 10 p.m. tonight. So overall, it's a pretty comfortable forecast. So we are hearing all those planes outside, or jets. Do not school me on what kind of planes fly for the air show, but I do know the requirements for it. Does require some visibility. I'll talk about if our weather will be nice or not for it coming up. Connie, Shay.
All right, thank you, Colleen. Well, thunder over Louisville is shaping up to be dry, as she said, which means we get the full show tomorrow.
Always good news when we learn that. Well, there is a lot in store for thunder on the ground. The North Great Lawn opens at 9 tomorrow morning, followed by the Chow Wagon at West Belvedere at 11. And you can check out the Meyer Family Fun Zone on the Big Four lawn starting at noon. Each location is free admission with a 2024 Pegasus pin. There you'll find more than 115 vendors.
And you'll want to get down there early to secure your spot. The Thunder Over Louisville Air Show begins at 3 tomorrow afternoon. The Drone and Night Show begins at 9, followed by the fireworks at 9:30.
Today, more vendors will move in and set up along River Road, so there will be a lot of road closures that you'll want to know about. Text the word thunder to the number right there on your screen. We'll send you all of that information right on over to your phone.
Last week, the Board of Education voted to cut bus service for the majority of JCPS magnet and traditional school students. The plan will start in the fall, and it involves consolidating school start times. The district's in its first year implementing 9 start times, but by the fall could see that consolidate to 3. The school board will have to approve the change that would result in school starting at 7:30, 8:40, and 9:40. The vote will come in May. Now, also, JCPS relaunched its website. While it's updating, you may experience minor inconveniences like slow loading times, difficulty with specific pages or search results. The new site is expected to be more user-friendly and easier to navigate. Content will be updated as well.
One day after a Kentucky judge ruled that Zidane Racing Stables and trainer Bob Baffert can't run in this year's Derby, the stable is now appealing the decision. Baffert was banned from competing at Churchill Downs after one of his horses failed a drug test. Zidane sued Churchill Downs to try and get Baffert and their horse Muth back into the field. The judge in this case denied that request for multiple reasons, saying Zidane knew that a Baffert-trained horse would not be eligible, but they still went with him as the trainer. The court also cited concerns about the innocent horses and trainers that would be removed from Derby had Muth been allowed to run. Well, in their motion, Zidane Racing Stables said it's in the public's interest to see the fastest horses in the Derby. They go on to say, as things presently stand, fans and bettors are losing the chance to see the best and fastest thoroughbreds compete at the Derby. Churchill Downs sent out a statement after the judge's decision, reading in part, "We're pleased with the court's decision today and believe Mr. Zidane suffered from a case of Derby fever. Symptoms can contribute to questionable judgment and in extreme cases result in litigious behavior. There is no known cure. Nevertheless, we've clearly communicated the rules of entry, which are the same for everyone and are non-negotiable. Contenders cannot sue their way into the Kentucky Derby."